Hey, people, hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Today, I want to go over what I think is the best team for clearing content in the game. I think it's the best team for the main story, despite the fact that their weakness, like the element, doesn't come up that much. I'm going to go into why I think this is the best team for Mongol Stardive at this current point of game life. Now, this might be like very dated. If you're watching this in the future, like a year from now, you might be like, why the heck is this guy running this kind of team? Or if you're a beginner player, you might not know why you think this, I think this. So let me go into it really easily. First and foremost, Francis is your only healer at this current point in the meta. And basically, outside of that, there are no healers. The only way to heal outside of Francis during combat is with skills such as our monsterlings, which recover HP, which are some of the boss ones in the early areas. But yeah, no, you kind of want to use your monsterlings for your damage dealing and some res shreds and stuff like that rather than healing. So honestly, like Francis almost like finds herself in every team. Basically any team, even if you wanted to do mono element, just as better with Francis because you have that sustain. I mean, of course, you could sort of just try and like defeat it with pure DPS and your skill and stuff like that. But Francis, I believe, is almost necessary on every single team. And this sort of funnels you into Earth in general because if I have to have Francis, and basically teams are better as mono element, as there's no kind of like elemental reaction system like Genshin or something like that. Basically, your character has an element, they'll buff that element, and all the other characters will benefit from that, or not benefit from that if they're not the same element. So basically, you kind of end up to this conclusion that yeah, maybe this team is the best team. So I'm gonna go into like Ellie as well. Ellie is a sort of on-field DPS, not like a long time on field. Basically, what she does is she eats, she spawns, she makes some candy, and when she has 3 candies, she can belly flop 3 times. While she's belly flopping, she can collect more candy to belly flop longer, and also she can use her skill to restore candy to belly flop more, and she has a powerful ultimate that does like basically earth damage. Francis is your typical like character that's like official or Amona. If you're or Zyq for Earth Elemental, she pops up, throws her skill out. She sucks as on field, so basically you don't really want her on field at any point, other than to pop off her ultimate and a skill. So basically get that damage on the board and also get your buffs up. And then Ellie, sort of like it is the same kind of thing. She likes to pop up. She wants to do her belly flop, use her skill, do more belly flop, get her ultimate off, and then finally, after these guys have done their little thing, they switch off onto Gabby, who is basically the main DPS for Earth right now. There's no other Earth DPS as good as him. Basically, her entire gimmick is basically she likes to do normal attacks. Every 4th normal attack, she gets like a key, and after she has 3 keys, she gets a powerful charged attack that is really powerful but slow, which makes it an excellent opportunity to switch into like Francis or Ellie after you've got that charge attack ready to go. Other than that, she has a skill that allows you to chase the enemy, and then eventually her ultimate. So her ultimate, she like summons a large totem that increases all earth damage done by your team, and also enchants her mace into like an axe, an earth axe, which does earth damage. And also just enhances all of her normal attack and also that powerful charge attack that I mentioned earlier. And all these guys sort of synchronize together to buff each other and do a lot of damage. Because of the sustain, there's really not many like opponents in the game that can really deal with all the DPS and also like lowering their their health. Like at no point am I ever really anything but like full HP. I've revived very like rarely, and it's usually because I got stun locked or something like that. So this is why I kind of like think it's a good idea to potentially make Gabi your selection for 5-star. I mean, it might not be for everyone, but a lot of people are picking G1 because of Esser. But the thing about Win Team, but yeah, like because like there's no sustain for the Win Team, you end up using Francis anyway. Like there's no like, there are other options. Obviously, like, you could use Bonnie, but that's just more damage. I mean, that's great for like single bursts and stuff like that. I get it, but without sustain, you're gonna really struggle with the harder parts of the game. My main problem with the game is the time limit rather than actually being damaged or being downed. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Okay, so I'm going to take on Duxini here to give you guys an example of some of the rotations and stuff like that, so you can get a script of the characters.
I'm not wasting my good stuff on you.
And it's just sort of like that, and repeat until we get like our like ultimates on the go.
Don't blame me if you die. I'm not wasting my good stuff on you.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Anyway, that's been my team guide for what I think is the best team for progression. Obviously, like, people might have different opinions. Another factor of this is if you pay any money at all, you get this free Custos, who's an earth element with a link chain, which will basically help you a lot during the gameplay, and it does earth damage. So having all these guys doing earth damage buffs also helps a great deal for progression in the gameplay. Anyway, other than that, this has been my guide about what I think is the best team is for progression, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Ciao, ciao.